I want to welcome everybody who's checking this out, everybody who's coming here for the first time, and really see what we're talking about. What are we going to be learning? How you really can take advantage of this incredible market and learn the actual skill of trading in this market. A lot of people hit me up, a lot of people ask about it, a lot of people inquire about it. So I felt it was time to really show everyone what exactly is going on. First of all, what is Iron Master Academy? What is Forex? And how do you get involved in it? How can I learn to trade simplified? If you're like me, about a year ago when I started this, I had never even heard of Forex. So I had never traded, had never engaged in the financial markets. And it took me from that to really to the point now where I do this full time. I actually day trade in the foreign exchange market, trade commodities and trade cryptocurrencies, and able to do that day in and day out on a profitable, consistent basis from things I learned here at this academy. So I'm gonna give you a great overview of what all is going on with the academy, what all the offers, and how you could benefit from it as a beginner trader. If you never engaged in this market, this is exactly for you. If you just want to be a trader, you want to get into this market, you want to be able to turn your cell phone into an ATM. We're going to talk about that and show you how you could take advantage of everything we have here when it comes to learning how to trade in the foreign exchange market. So I'm gonna tell a little bit about my story as I do this, just because it's just relatable. Like most people, I wasn't always thinking that I'm just gonna be a day trader. I thought it was always meant you got to be in front of 12 computer screens. You got to be locked in a room all day to figure things out, all these graphs and charts. And kind of find out you do get involved in charts. You are in front of a computer screen, but it's not something that you have to be sitting in front of all day long. It's not something you have to spend all your day locked in the cave to do. You can actually get your time and freedom back. That was my point of doing this, to get my freedom, my time back, so I can do what I really want to do. Use this as capital, open up other businesses, use this as capital to start other things, grow in other investments, and really take off in the life and get that, to gain that freedom and financial freedom the way I wanted to do. So we'll talk about that, right? So when I do something like this, I never tell people, you need to be firing your boss. If you're working for somebody, you're wasting your time, because a lot of people are working in the careers and fields they really love. But the thing about it is, a lot of people just want their time back to do other things they want to do, maybe not have to work in that particular field as hard. So I know the value of hard work. I was one of those people who clocked in and clocked out. I was a firefighter. I was a firefighter almost 12 years, and I worked at the shift 24 hours. And when I left the station, I was on the ambulance for another 12 hours as an EMT. Then when I got off the ambulance, I was working in the hospital for another 12 hours as a tech. Then guess what? I had to be right back at the fire station at 7 a.m. So I tell people I know the value of hard work. You can't replace a steady paycheck. But I tell people this also: if you only have a job, that could be an issue. If your only source of income is that one thing, that one career field, that one job, and something happens, and I'm gonna tell you in 2020, if you don't know, for a matter of fact, if any other times have told you anything, right now more than ever, you need to have more than one source of income. So if something happens, you get laid off, God forbid you get fired or sick or something where you can't come into that job, then no more money is coming into your household. So some time ago, Robbie Kiyosaki wrote this book, and he talked about getting on the right side of money. He talked about investing principles that he learned from his quote unquote rich dad in a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. So his rich dad was his best friend's father, actually, and he was the one who told him about investing. But on the left side of money, he said, you either working for someone or you working for yourself. And the thing that ties both of them together is you have to exchange your time for dollars on that left side of money. People who work for themselves don't necessarily, have to ask for time off. They don't have to really request vacation time. They can move things around the way they really want to. But if clientele slows down, if something happens where they can't come in and commit that to that service, if you think about your barbers, your beauticians, lash techs, people who clean houses, or even some doctors who have their own private practice, if something happens where they can't come in and do that service, or clientele slows down, they get sick, or whatever the case is, still no money is coming into the household. So he said to get to the right side of money is two ways. You can either be a business owner or you can be an investor. 5% are on that side, but 95% of the wealth. Business owners are on that side because they have a system in place, whether it's employees or a system where money is coming in, where they physically don't have to exchange their time for dollars. You think about it, if you go through a drive-through, right? The person handing your sandwich out of the window is not the owner of the franchise. Like, he doesn't have to be there for money to be made. But we're here primarily to talk about the 1%. How do I become an investor? As you know, it's many ways to invest. You got real estate, you got CDs you can invest in, you have stocks, you got bonds. It's many ways to invest, but we're particular to talk about what everybody's raving about, what everybody's asking about, and that's Forex. So a lot of people, of course, have heard about it, especially due to social media and things like that. But a lot of people really just don't know exactly what it is or how to get engaged in it. So we'll talk about it. So first of all, Forex is just short for the term foreign exchange. You know, when you travel outside the country, you have to exchange your US dollars for whatever country's currency you're going to. When you make that exchange, you either make money, you lose money. And just like that, you've engaged in the foreign exchange market. So that's exactly what it is. A little bit more about it. This is the 5.3 to $6.6 trillion per day market. So this is the most liquid financial market on the planet. So I tell people all the time, this isn't stocks. A lot of people know I talk about trading and day trading now. So I got to tell them I don't trade stocks. Now I do own plenty of shares of certain stocks, but I don't trade it like I'm talking about we're here. The biggest stock market is the New York Stock Exchange. That moves about 18 to 22 billion every single day. This market moves 5.3 to 6.6 trillion every single day. So this is bigger than stocks, futures, bonds. It's what moves all those other markets. If you have a savings account with the bank, keep this in mind. Your savings account is the bank's trading account. This is where the major banks play. This is where major hedge funders play. The major trading institutions, this is where they trade at. And now you have access to be able to even engage in this market. About so many years ago, you had to have at least a $3 million net worth and $100,000 to even start a trading account. Now with retail brokers, you can start a trading account with as little as $10. So that's why you might be hearing more and more about it, because more people are able to get in this market because the upside and how lucrative it is very important. And it's a lot of money flowing through this market. This market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Meaning as long as you have internet, you have your cell phone or a laptop, you can actually be trading this market any time of day that the sessions are going. Meaning you spend the time with your family, you could be trading. You at work, you could be trading. You're at home Netflix and chilling, you could be trading. You actually, my favorite time to trade, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now don't call me lazy when I say this. My favorite time to trade is when I'm actually knocked out sleep. You're actually putting in a trade before you go to bed and waking up in profit. We call that a sleeping bag. Can't beat it. I promise you. Every day in the chat group, who caught that sleeping bag today? And it lights up. Just by having the tools and resources that I'm about to show you, you'll be able to easily plug in, get started, and start making money trading into this market. How simplified we have made it for you. Another market we're going to talk about is digital currency. If you've ever heard of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, these are all digital currencies. A lot of people have heard of this stuff but haven't engaged in it. I don't know why, because there's a lot of money being made with this stuff. I'm telling you, really pay attention, especially what's going on right now. The industrial age is over. The digital age is starting and has taken over. The times where you had to wait for wire transfers, you couldn't go to the banks on Sundays to send money. You had to have cash to make transactions happen. You had to leave the house to go to work. You had to actually go to the grocery store. Those days are over. And digital currency has one of the leading, has been one of the leading sources that has paved the way for that. You can actually send money across the globe with digital currency. It gets there in rapid timing. And when it gets there, you can actually transfer it to whatever currency you use on the other end. People use it to handle contracts. People use it to store their assets on. And most of all, people have invested in it. So you can actually use it for practical everyday use. And you can actually invest in it and make money. That's it. So much money is flowing through this market. It's going towards a $1 trillion market a day, a market in itself. So really understand this, like really get ahead of this, because it's going on whether you decide to engage in it or not. I tell people all the time, just because you let information go on one or the other, just because you decide not to pay attention to it, does not mean people are not making money. So get on the side of us who are making money in this market and take advantage of what we have here. So this academy that teaches you how to engage in these markets, this academy is called I Am Mastery Academy, right? It has really made learning simplified. And I say that because if I was to get on here and just open a chart and say, you know, this is the trend line, this is support and resistance, this is Fibonacci retracements, this is the Ikamochi cloud, you know, or this is supply and demand zones, you'd be like, yo, you're speaking a foreign language to me right now. I need you to break it down piece by piece. And that is why we start right here in the academy. A year ago, that sounded like a foreign language to me. Everything I just said, I had never heard before. Now I can speak that language to you fluently because I've learned it all right here at this academy and get into the market for myself and really make money. So we have a full curriculum. We're going to take you through the 100 all the way through the 400 series, just like you was in the college course. We have tests in between these curriculum to make sure you know the knowledge and you've tested out before you can even move on to the next. We have a full curriculum academy when it comes to digital currency. So let's say you want to get involved in this, you just don't know anything about it. You don't know where to buy this digital currency, how to hold it, who determines the value for this stuff, and most of all, how does this translate the money in my pocket? These are all things you learn here also with the Digital Mastery Academy. The biggest asset to bring these both academies together is called Go Live. We have 100 plus full-time educators. These educators are traders in the market. They didn't just go to school to learn how to teach you something that they don't do. They actually have made a lot of money trading in the market, and they're showing you the basics. They're teaching you their strategies, and some of them just coming on and trading live in front of you. Literally plug in, you're brand new, you're watching it like you're watching Netflix. You've learned how to enter a trade, and now you could just trade with these educators who have made plenty money doing what they're showing you. And I tell people all the time, because a lot of people ask me, I can learn for free. I can learn through different places or this and that for cheap or whatever the case is. And I tell them all the time, you can learn a lot of things, especially here on YouTube. You can learn a lot of things. You can learn to cook. You can learn to make some great macaroni and cheese and fried chicken. You could probably outdo your mama, but you can't become a chef. You got to go to culinary arts school and learn from people who have done it. Get certified. And that's what we have here. We're going to teach you how to be a chef in these charts for this culinary arts school of trading in the foreign exchange market. Live mentorship makes a difference. It's hard to learn a lot of strategies. It's hard to learn a lot of how things move when you learn it in the old market. You can backtext stuff over and over and over. But until you see it perform live in the live market, that's what really makes a difference. And that's what curves the learning. That's what really accelerates the learning curve faster than anything you could imagine, right? So we have the educational part. We're going to teach you the terminology. We're going to teach you about the history of Forex. We're going to teach you how to technically analyze in Academy. The Go Live platform is going to show you how all that applies in the live charts and make that translate to money in your pocket. But we doesn't stop there. We actually have tools to help you come in here and start making money while you're learning. One of the biggest things here that separates us from so many other places where you can learn this, we have tools that have really, really simplified the trading process for you, where you can actually log in, start learning, and in the meantime, start making money. I tell people you're going to get the skill. It may take some time. Like everybody I talk to, I tell them it's a skill. It takes time. My skill learning time may take me 6 months. Yours may take 2 weeks. Yours may take 4 months. Mine may take 2 years. Everybody's learning curve is different. But in the meantime, get in here and make you some money. Here we have copy and paste technology. Listen, if you can copy and paste, you can make money with these tools. Not if you know how to get into the charts, you know how to draw up your own trends or follow trends, or you know about support. If you can copy and paste, you can make money with these tools. The educators who have made a lot of money in the market send their trade ideas to these apps. You copy the app out of the trading platform, you paste it in your cell phone's trading platform, which is MetaTrader 4. You let them run to make money. Over 80% average on these apps from just the trades that these educators do and put out on these apps. So you could really get ahead of it. So you say, it's so many ways to win here. And that's why this platform is really exploding. There's a lot of duplication and stuff going on and other things, but people always find their way here because the results are proof in itself. Results are really proof in itself. If I could put you in a chat group, you can see how much money people are making. People are really taking off with this. People are brand new to the skill, brand new to this field, period, are really taking off, and you can make the most of it right here at I Am Master Academy. We have a lot of success stories. Here you see Michael, my life, my ability to make a huge difference in the world is forever changed because of this academy. And I fully agree. We've impacted just in my group over 200 plus lives. A lot of people who have never engaged in this market before. A lot of people who have never find any rhythm when it comes to learning how to trade in this market. We had a gentleman join us not too long ago from Australia. Been trading for 5 years, could not find consistent profits. That came here and automatically picked up, tuned into the educators, and have been making consistent profits ever since. That's the biggest difference here, consistent profit. So you say, okay, Trav, like, how much does it cost to get started on this thing? How do I get this thing rolling? How much does it cost? You could actually get started here for $235. So it's not thousands of dollars like some places are charging, not hundreds and hundreds of dollars like some places are charging. Platinum Starter Pack give you access to the Master Academy, the Go Live platform, the Harmonic Scanner, and Swipe Coin Scalper. You have a monthly tuition fee of $175 a month. You also have the Elite Starter Pack. Elite Starter Pack comes at $325 at $275 a month. That comes with everything you need and want to be a profitable trader. That comes with all the tools, all the resources, all the educators, all the education, all the tools, everything you have if you want to get here and start making money. Now, me, I chose the Platinum Starter Pack. That's what fit into my budget. That's what I wanted to use, and been profitable with it. When I learned my actual trading style, which is intraday trading, and you'll learn there's 3 different types of styles. You have scalping, intraday, and you have swing trading. When I found my actual type of style, I just used a tool, and stuck to an educator that fit my style according to my schedule, and it worked out perfectly. It's been a marriage made in heaven, I promise you. Been a marriage made in heaven. That's why I love talking about this, because so many people can benefit that they don't even know this is going on. So I really love getting the word out about it, right? So if you just want to be a trader, you can take off with that. The company says this: what if we could take off the monthly tuition fee for you? They say this: if you decide to, you can invite 2 students to come learn with you, and now you can have your monthly tuition fee completely waived. This isn't mandatory. You have a lot of people who don't like people. A lot of people just want to learn how to trade. Perfect. This platform is for you. You have people who were like me, mentality was, we can come in here and really take off. We can come in here and learn this thing together. I ain't never seen nothing like this, but I ain't the one to teach you, but we can come in here, feed off each other, really grow and do it together. And that's what I decided to do. And immediately, and what taught me a big lesson was, so one of the guys I brought in, my best friend who I told about this, part of my 2 in free, he started making money faster than I even put my first trade in. That's what I knew. How fast you're gonna learn this is completely up to you. How soon you're gonna tune in. How fast you're gonna start making money is completely up to you. How fast you're gonna tune in. So the burden of trying to teach it is on the platform. That's what I'm out here to do. I'm not the Forex guru. I'm not the one saying I'm the master of all Forex. Come learn and join my academy. I'm gonna teach you from A to Z. No, I'm the bridge the gap for people who don't know to the academy where they can learn everything from A to Z, just like I did. So that's one of the biggest benefits here for people who do decide to share it. Now, you can just come here and just be a great customer, and really learn and take off with it. We have a lot of people, actually, most people do that. 88% of the people that I've referred here actually just trade. All right. Then the other part of us, right? Other 12, we decide to do this. We decide to share it with others beyond the 2, because like me, I know a whole lot more than 2 people. So the company says this. You refer people, we will pay you for each referral. I'm like, okay, cool. That's decent. But they said we could take it to another level if you decide you want to do this part. I say, well, let me listen to it. I don't know if I want to do that. I do want to be a trader, but I don't know if I want to do it. Let me listen to it. So they said we'll start paying you residually if you decide to build a lucrative home business with us. I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me because I got residual bills. They come in every single month. So what do you mean? I know people who want to learn this anyway. I know some great people who decide they want to do investing. So you telling me they could come in here and learn this? I don't have to teach them. They could really take off with it. I could mentor them through the process, and I could be a residual income just by adding them to the process, right? So yeah, we'll pay you $150 every single month, just by referring people to the platform. Okay, cool. You refer 3, you're a platinum 150. You accumulate 12 customers, you're a platinum 600. You get paid. We get paid every week, every Friday. That's 150 divided by 600. So if it's 4 weeks, that'll be 150 every single Friday. Platinum 1000, you're talking about $1,000 over the course of a month, 250 per week. Can't be beat, because at this time things starting to change around the house. People starting to learn a little more how money works. You haven't left your day job. You're making money trading, and now you're bringing in residual income. So 250 every Friday might not be 250 to you, because you know how to turn it into something way more by the way we learn how to invest here, sharply, fastly. The reason we even get into these numbers because people are actually making money. And it goes up from there. Platinum 2000, you're talking about $2,000 every single month. Platinum 5,000 is 5,000 a month. You're talking about 60 grand a year, 225 customers in your business. Chairman 10, now you talk about 6 figures a year, introducing people to a platform where they can learn how to trade, where they can learn how to make money without doing this part at all. You're talking about 500 customers in your business. That's 2,500 every single week. Chairman 25, $25,000 a month. Chairman 50, $50,000 a month. Chairman 100, $100,000 a month. Chairman 250, $250,000 per month. That's 15,000 customers in your business. Chairman 500, 30,000 every single 30,000 customers have been affected. 30,000 customers have benefited from this. This is something you can really take off if you decide you want to do this part. Most people just want to trade. Most people who are serious about it become serious traders and make great money. What's most important is people, is customers in every one of these platinum or chairman levels who are not platinum or chairman anything, who make more money than their leader who brought them in just trading. You have platinum leaders and chairman leaders who are great traders, and you have platinum leaders and chairman leaders who don't trade. But the reason they get to these levels is because customers are staying because they're making money, right? So I really indulge you, really want to tell you, if you're ready to get started, definitely reach out to me, send me a message on here, or contact me directly on Instagram, Facebook, or anywhere. I'm gonna see if I can edit it so I can add my social media links here. But we're gonna do more of this. I do these often, just giving a general overview. But as far as the actual charts and trading and actual products, I do further things on that with the group also. So I'll open up and record a live for that also. So you can see the insides of it. See that we really do trade. Contrary to what people may believe when they see this part of it, where they see the business building or networking part, they're like, oh, that's what it. No, I'm telling you, we trade. We're not going to post profits, but we trade, and we can show you how simple it is. When you see me on the charts, oh yeah, he trade for real. They trade. So anyway, thanks for coming out. It's actually a beautiful Friday out here in Atlanta. We just got paid our residual check. Just made a great withdrawal from our brokerage account. So we're about to enjoy the weekend, but definitely reach out. Or if you have any questions or want anything answered, you can reach out to me. Either way, I'm happy to answer, happy to get back with it. And definitely thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great weekend. Talk to you later.